Welcome, everyone.
What's going on?
It's me, Tom, but I definitely don't have B. My phone thinks I'm talking to it.
He's gone.
B's out of here. B's got a prior engagement, so I thought it's time for some barrel, folks. All that barrel B never lets me have. We're having it tonight, and
I'm honored. I'm very honored.
It's gonna be crazy. So, like I said before, I'm Tom, and this is
I'm Matt.
Matty K Lasers. And if you ever see him in the chat, that's Matt. And welcome to Low Expectations, where the beer is going to be off the wall tonight.
It's a good show. It's gonna be a good show.
Oh my goodness. And we're gonna mess up a lot, and there's zero notes except for taste this amazing beer. So maybe you'll get a story or two. But oh, by the way, I forgot. Happy holidays if you're
Happy
celebrating. Did not celebrate, but our last beer of the night has a little treat involved.
Sure does.
So, okay, let's start off right away. I'm dying of thirst here. We need to open the first beer.
Parched.
So the first beer that we're going to open up, I will be pouring in just a moment as soon as I knock the camera over. So as soon as the camera is not knocked over anymore, we will get right... There we go. We're right on top of that now. I will be pouring into my 17% drip and Black Ninja Designs. I like my stouts as black as my heart glass. And the first beer we're having tonight is called Dead Moroz. It is from Rushing Duck in New York in the Hudson Valley, and this is their barrel-aged version. I just went there over the weekend. We took a little side trip to some breweries I've never been to before, and oh, I forgot to show you. I'm destroying this wax with a Hicks Darth Vader opener. The vampire teeth killed that wax. It was awesome. So this guy should pop right open.
Now, how far is this from EQ?
It was an awesome little detour. About 15 minutes, maybe 20 outside from EQ and then back.
Okay.
But once you get to where Rushing Duck is, there's like 12 other really cool little breweries
12?
within 5 miles.
Jesus Christ.
Within 5 miles. It's amazing. So we only hit 2. We didn't have a ton of time. We hit 2 and really enjoyed the 2 we were at. We loved Rushing Duck. It was when we went in there, I was a little worried. It wasn't the nicest looking place, but the beers were really great. The people were awesome. It was just a super nice setup. And then once we looked at it, we're like, wow, this will be a really fun place when there's more than just 2 people here. We were, hey, Erica.
What's up, Erica?
Yeah, we are a mess already. Yep. Mm-hmm. So then, let me pour this and I'll stop talking. Here we go. We'll shoot back to the pour cam. And we are going to pour Dead Moroz, the barrel-aged version. We looking all right there? It looks like a barrel-aged stout. Yep. So, let's see. I'll pass it over to you, sir. It is dark, very lacy, and smells incredible. Now, I believe she told me this was in Heaven Hill barrels.
Non-adjuncted?
Yep, non-adjunct. Father Frost is Dead Moroz.
Got a lot of barrel in the nose.
Well, it doesn't say that it was Heaven Hill, but she told me that this barrel was Heaven Hill. So, it is, if you're interested, has a 4.32 on UnTappd and an 11.2 ABV.
Starting out small.
That's a really good barrel.
Very good barrel. Thinner body than I'm used to, that I like, but very, very good barrel.
There is a sweetness to that. Is that coming from the bourbon, or is
that's coming from the bourbon barrel?
Okay, so whatever that barrel is definitely a sweeter barrel. That is good.
I'm really expecting that with the next 2 beers because they're both in barrels. They're both rested in barrels for over 30 months.
I'm sad I only bought 1 bottle of this.
That is very nice.
I think it was $20.
$20?
Yep.
Jeez. 11%?
That's a really, really great beer. And good people. They were really, the owner was really fun to talk to. There was a cat there. that I'm allergic to cats but loved me. So I kept petting the cat, and then I would have to go to the bathroom and wash my hands, and then pet the cat, and then go wash my hands. But it was cool. They're all set up for music and outdoor, and they have a huge, amazing outdoor space.
I really like that about all those properties out there. All the breweries out in the middle of the states, they all have giant properties, tons of good outdoor space. This is going to get better as it warms, I can tell. It's a little chilly.
Oh, you think this one's cold?
Just a little chilly.
Oh, it's only been in the chill for about 20 minutes, 30 minutes now. Wow. I really like that a lot.
I do too. All they need to do is add a little more malt to the base.
Would you think that this, would you say this is possibly a Heaven Hill?
Possibly.
Yeah. It's well done, Rushing Duck. This again has surpassed my expectations. My expectations were honestly a little low for Rushing Duck, but this was really good.
I love the name. Kudos to you guys, Rushing Duck. I would love to hear the story of that name.
What we found out was the owner's husband, the owner and the brewer, and they're a couple. So
okay.
the owner, the husband of the owner we were talking to, they got their start in the Lehigh Valley.
Oh, really?
And he was a brewer for Weyerbacher.
Okay.
And I said, oh, Weyerbacher. I know this guy who used to be a big player at Weyerbacher. She's like, oh, yeah, we totally know him. How's he doing? So it was funny that we mutually knew people and we're way up in New York. Mm-hmm. It was cool. But definitely you should go to this place. The one thing I'm sad about, next door is a huge camping equipment warehouse.
Okay.
And the sign said everything 50% off.
Nice.
But it was either go there or go to the next brewery. So I'm like, oh, I can't. No, we're not gonna buy anything. We'll come back.
The next time will be the tell, because either it was actually 50% off or it's a perpetual 50% off.
That's it. It
the Harbor Freight of camping stores.
Which I'm all in.
I'm all in on that too. Absolutely.
There's a camping store in the outlets, in the Philadelphia Premium Outlets in in Pottstown. It's called Mountain Warehouse.
All right.
It's killer. Everything's super discounted, and it's really good equipment.
Right on.
I was gonna say, if it breaks, you can just throw it in the fire and you're
and burn it. Who cares?
It's really great for the kids. Like, you can get a kid-size sleeping bag, like a really good sleeping bag, but kid-size, and kid-size boots and all that fun stuff. Man, this is great.
Yeah, it's getting a lot better as it warms. That little bit of thinness I was upset about dissipates as it warms up.
You're right. Yeah, it has a little thicker mouthfeel. Mm-hmm. How about that? I offered some of this to Nate from In the Mix Light and Sound, and Nate said, stouts always taste like my two least favorite things. Good, all right.
So they taste like raisins and whiskey. Not all stouts, just the barrel aged ones.
Sure.
Yeah.
So he doesn't want any of these, because it tastes like whiskey and raisins.
Whiskey and raisins, yeah.
But I did stop by Imprint today, and I picked up a couple great lager choices for him. So he's okay. He's got his lagers. He should be happy.
And the recent lagers have been awesome. That Maibach, the green can, I had 2 of those on the side pool last time we were there for trivia. It was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
Do you have that one, Nate? The Maibach?
I do, yes.
Nice.
It is on deck.
Oh, you haven't opened it yet. Okay. I want to know.
All right.
Wow. I
really
want
good.
to drink more of this, but we have 4 more to drink. And I want to be able to talk by the end. So what do you think? Should I have some more of this? Or should we... I'm going to have a little bit more.
You should.
Let's
You
go
should.
for a little bit more. This is great.
I'm glad you were your own worst enemy in that conversation.
I was going to say, anyone in the chat, just tell me if I should have some more or not. And I'm like, no, they're all going to say...
Of course. I don't even think we need to take it to a vote. We don't even need a vote.
Chug the bottle. You know what they'd say. So did you do anything for the holiday today?
Not yet.
You just worked hard?
I cut down a tree today with a Harbor Freight chainsaw. It worked out fantastic.
How are those Harbor Freight chainsaws?
Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, it's a 15 amp, 16-inch chainsaw. I took down an entire cherry tree.
It was electric?
Electric, yeah.
Okay.
Took down an entire cherry blossom tree in our front yard that had died years ago in a matter of 2 to 3 hours, all chopped up and everything.
Cherry wood.
See, I asked my dad this question. Is the cherry blossom tree the same cherry wood like you would use for smoking meats? I think it's a different cherry tree. I don't think a cherry tree is the same as a cherry blossom
You gotta
tree.
try it. How did the wood smell? You said it's been dead a couple years.
It smells piney.
Oh.
It doesn't smell like cherry wood, which is why I wasn't sure. I haven't gotten around to Googling it yet. If anyone in the chat knows, let me know. But it smells piney. It was like half of it was dead, and the other half that was good wood, I sliced up and hauled it out to the back for fires. But I thought the exact same thing. I'm like, could I smoke meat with this? Because smoking blocks are getting more and more expensive every time I go to the store.
Man, I like that a lot.
Very good. Very good. No, this was one that you weren't sure about. This was the one that we weren't sure about.
We did that one first because I really wasn't sure.
I
had a taste of it when I was there. Not the BA version. They didn't have
the
that
base.
on tap. So I had the base. I'm like, hold on, these bottles have wax on top. She's like, yeah, that's the BA version. I'll take it.
Wax makes everything better.
And when I was there, I got a nut brown ale.
Okay.
I know people don't like brown ales too much, but last show I got B to drink one, and he liked it. He said it wasn't bad, so we're gonna try another one. I really liked theirs. I thought it was a well done version, much nuttier and roastier than what we had before. So we'll see what that'll be for the next show. But that was fantastic. Wow, man, it's gonna be. Oh yeah, Erica's been trying to get people to come to her house and cut down some trees.
I saw that.
And I'm camping this weekend with the Cub Scouts, so I can't do it. But we'll get there. We'll come by with the Harbor Freight chainsaw.
I had plans this weekend, but I mean, I'm down. If we can figure something out, I'm down. I know Jack was down too. He was the only one on the group.
Yeah, we'll come down.
We'll chop down some trees.
We'll share some high ABV bottles and use chainsaws around each other.
That sounds like a great combination,
It's a really good
right?
idea.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you have insurance, right?
Waiting.
Longer delay than usual. Never mind.
I'm not
guys.
signing a waiver here.
It's gonna end up costing her more than hiring a tree service. Cost me $42,000 to cut this tree down. You guys are a bunch of morons playing with chainsaws. Yeah, well,
That's what happens.
Yeah.
You asked for it, right?
you know us. I mean, that's what it is. All right, I'm ready for another one.
Yep, number 2.
Okay,
Let's do it.
We are about to jump into number 2, which I just went to the wrong direction. Number
Boom.
2
There it
is one I've been sitting on for a long time.
Okay.
This
is
is
from last year or the year before?
This is last year.
Okay.
Yeah. Long Barrel Ride was 2 years ago, right?
Gotcha.
Then this
okay.
is Longest Barrel Ride, and then this year he did another one that's even longer.
Right on.
So this is a Horus aged ale, one of the short bottles with a wax top. So you know there's something special about this guy.
Right, when they're smaller.
It's called Longest Barrel Ride. It is an Imperial Stout aged in Eagle Rare bourbon barrels for 40 months.
That's a long
That
time.
is a
That is
very...
over 3 years.
Yeah. And I've been sitting on it because it's a small bottle, so you don't take this tiny bottle to a big share. And it is one of the really sought after bottles. So they can get, I don't know, what's the secondary on these guys right now, probably?
I have not been following Horus in a
Yeah.
while. There's a lot of drama going on in California right now.
Yeah,
Horus and Modern Times especially. Modern Times is no more, everybody. Modern Times just put out a PSA because they've been having some trouble for a while.
When did they put this out?
They put it out a couple weeks ago. So they've been through some financial troubles for a while now. I was a member for a long time, and I just dropped my membership. They offered a buyback to all members if they wanted to get out now. They did a massive expansion. They had, I want to say, almost 10 tap rooms at one point across the state of California, and maybe even one in Oregon. I might be wrong about that, but they expanded massively. And then COVID happened. So all of that was financed, ready to go. They were all built out, and then COVID happened. So they did their best to get back on their footing after COVID. They have been doing very well, but I guess they financed a lot through California Bank and Trust, and they were not happy about the speed at which they were recovering. So they took them to court a few weeks ago, and Modern Times basically admitted that this is probably going to result in a sale of Modern Times through receivership through the bank. So they warned everyone. They're hoping that it can be sold to someone that wants to keep it a brewery, but that will be at the discretion of whoever the court designates the receiver of all their financial decisions.
Oh man, I had no idea.
Yeah, so they scaled back drastically to the 5 core tap rooms, and they're making tons of money when they released their last fiscal analysis from 2021, but bank wasn't having it.
Well,
According to Modern Times, the bank follows them very, very, very closely, like not just every year, but there's someone at the bank that watches all their finances.
Wow.
So I don't know if we don't know everything, but
the bank, there's got to be something there. The bank has an ulterior motive.
They just want their money out now.
They're evil.
They are.
They suck. It happens to everybody. Everybody who gets takes on investors, something terrible happens. It happened to Free Will. Everybody, a great little place takes on investors and they get great promises, but then it always turns out bad.
Yep.
And you lose somebody great like Jim. Anyway, we've got Horus Longest Barrel Ride. I used This Is the Way Grogu to open it because they matched. And let's see here. I'm gonna get there's so much wax on this guy. Oh.
No problems. So this is the way.
It looks beautiful. And I can't do it. I've got to can I have that Glencairn right there?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, I didn't rinse out, so I'm gonna go with the
I'm gonna rinse that.
I'm going to use the Glencairn glass for the 40-month aged Eagle Rare bourbon. So they're kind of fitting. Let's see how this guy pours. Ooh, almost got a little green wax in there.
And I don't know if they have done a bottle with the Eagle Rare 18 that's part of the Buffalo Trace Antique Collection in the past, but I would love that kind of experiment. Take the same base beer, put it in an Eagle Rare barrel for 40 months like this, and then put another batch into an Eagle Rare 18 barrel for a lesser amount of time and see what the different results are. Because I know Horus has access to the Antique Collection bottles. So
Yes.
they've released quite a few of them in the past, including Pappy 23.
Yep, doing the Pappy
they've
barrels,
done all of the Antique Collection barrels in the past.
So the lacing is nice, if not thin. Very low carbonation, which is
Very low carbonation.
It's okay for a barrel
Wow.
age, as long as it's maybe it's hanging out in there. We'll find out when we go to taste.
Give a nice hard pour. There we
It
go.
does. It looks so thick. So here we go. Cheers.
Cheers.
To Longest Barrel Ride.
Cheers to the Eagle.
It smells great.
It's very good. It's very good. I am confused by the decision to not carbonate it at all, but it is delicious.
Yeah, I think
There's none here.
I think it's just missing carbonation, but other than that, it's really nice. Mm-hmm. And with a wax top like that, the carbonation didn't sneak out. It's sealed in there. Mm-hmm. This is the
And
way
you
it was
taste
bottled.
you taste other things off if it lost any air. And there's not even a slight bit of licorice in this. This is perfect.
I'll tell you what, it's very smooth and good, but this is not what the bottle is hyped up to be.
No.
It's really, really
No.
good, but
I weirdly enough, I think there's a little more barrel character in that than this, even though this is an Eagle Rare barrel for 40 months.
yeah.
I think there's a little more. And Eagle Rare is a great bourbon. I enjoy Eagle Rare all the time. I drink Eagle Rare.
Yeah,
But
how could
it should
this-
definitely impart some more barrel character in it after 40 months.
40 months.
Absolutely. That's over 3 years in a barrel.
Like how does that happen? Like it's almost like there's such little barrel character there. There's more stout character. It's a super smooth stout. It's got some
Great
nice
base. The base beer on point as usual for these small bottles.
chocolatey, roasty notes, but yeah, I missed the barrel. I was expecting like almost more bourbon than stout.
Absolutely. I agree. But all the flavors are there and good. I would never, if someone asked me how long you think this was in a barrel, I would say a year, not 3 years. But it's got, the barrel flavor's great, the base is pretty good. I've had a couple thicker Horuses. This does seem a little thin for them. Because they use a thicker base because they play with a lot of adjuncts, a lot. So they usually use a thicker base.
And Eagle Rare is a very distinct, strong flavor. And this just doesn't come out. It's not sneaking out.
I agree.
Wow, interesting.
Overall, absolutely delicious.
Oh yeah, really, really good.
Absolutely delicious.
I would never say, "Oh, this is bad. I'm not going to order another one of those." But I got. If we're going with the two, so far I like Rushing Duck better.
Agreed.
Travis, you didn't come here to see B. You came here to see the dark beers that we're not allowed to drink when B's here.
I'm offended. Travis, I'm looking directly into your soul, and I'm offended.
As soon as he said, he's like, guys, I'm not coming. I have something else to do. We got to play one of our other videos. I'm like, no, I got too many bottles. It's BA night. So Travis, yes, if you just joined Travis, we started with Dead Moroz, which is Rushing Duck's barrel-aged Imperial. Incredibly good, especially for the price and just being able to walk in and take it right out of their cooler. Then we went to Horus Longest Barrel Ride, which is another non-adjunct in Imperial Stout, 40 months in Eagle Rare barrels. And it's good, but it needs more barrel.
Definitely needs more barrel. Everything else about this beer is awesome.
My lights turned out. So
I was like, did we lose power? And I'm just being blasted with white lights. We did not lose power.
Alexa, turn on the basement lights.
Whoa.
Oh! Alexa, turn on the basement lights. She doesn't listen to me. Oh my goodness. So, oh man, what was I thinking right before that? Darn it, I forget now. Oh well, no big deal. This is really
Stouts? Messed with your memory? Oh no.
I was thinking about stouts.
No.
I was definitely thinking stouts. Yeah, that really surprised me. I expected a lot more out of that one. Oh well. I'm still super happy with that Rushing Duck. That is fantastic so far.
Shocking. Like we had that conversation. Oh, we're gonna do that first.
Right.
Just in case. Just in case.
Well, hopefully nothing else disappoints us the rest of the night. We got some major, incredible stuff going on here.
I'm only worried about this because of the age. We've been talking about that, possibly doing that for a very long time.
I'm pretty sure the one bottle we have, I'm pretty sure it's a 2017.
And it's one of those bottles that certain barrels of it have a history of having some issues.
Oh, do they?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
it's limited. It's limited, but these custom barrels, there have been plenty of them that were infected. Plenty.
Oh. Okay, well, that'll be fun. I'm super excited for that one.
But if it's not infected, it's going to be fantastic. So it's a great roulette to play. They don't make bad ones that aren't infected.
Oh, where did I put... I want to show you something I'm super excited about. Can I please have that little pile of wood right there?
Yes, I literally used one right here underneath that
you're
one
using
taster.
it as a coaster.
Exactly. I'm like, is that what this is? A taster
It's
coaster?
A taster coaster.
I got a little glass here.
So I made this week. I made
in memory. And it works perfectly.
I made a stack of taster coasters that I'm really excited about. I'm teaching myself how to use a new tool. I got an absolutely giant laser cutter.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So I'm teaching myself how to use a laser cutter, and I made a bunch of low expectations little like wooden nickels. So they were cut out, the circles were cut out on the laser cutter, and then it was etched by the laser on there. And then on the backs, I did the low expectations tramp stamp. And then I have, and I'm still working on this one. It came up a little light for my first attempt, but I have the Welcome to Show dumpy on them. So these cool little wooden nickels, and they're big, but they were fun. I made like just 2-inch discs.
So it's the same machine that did both stages, cut and then etch?
Yeah, so
that's awesome.
You create it in layers. You do the etch first,
okay, and
then you tell it to cut it out.
Gotcha.
Then you do the etch, so it etches everything on the table, and then it comes back and it'll cut out the pieces. Yeah, pretty neat. Mm-hmm. So I've got all these wonderful. They smell great, like burned. So
can I throw these into a brisket when I get home?
Yeah, you can do that. A Glowforge is what I thought I wanted, Erica.
That's what I thought you were talking about.
No. This company is far cheaper, a better laser.
So it'll do metal and everything.
The one I have is a 50-watt laser.
Okay.
It's pretty insane.
I don't know what a Glowforge is. I've seen all the videos. I don't know what watts it is.
Glowforge is like the name brand laser cutter that people think they want.
The videos are crazy. I want one too. I'm with you, Erica.
Look up FLUX, Flux.
Okay.
And that's what I got. There's a whole bunch of, they have a whole bunch of different ones. I got the Pro, which is like the humongous one. You don't want that in your house. It's giant. But it's really cool to have such a giant one.
Is that this monstrosity in the room? I had to walk around.
No, it's at work. But man, what fun stuff. I'm learning. It's very interesting how a laser has to, the resolution of a picture or something has to change so that a laser can actually adapt to it and burn it properly. Because a laser is just turning up its wattage or turning down its wattage. Sure. So you have to, it has to process that very, very delicately. It's pretty neat watching how it's done. It's fun. I think it does. I'm not an expert yet, but it looks like it does like a 10-watt pass, and then a 20-watt pass, and then a 30-watt pass. So some things get darker as it goes, but then other things don't.
Gotcha.
It's pretty interesting. Yeah. Yeah, and if you're interested in going to a showroom that sells them, there's a place in Norristown that we can go look at them. That's where I check my
that way.
Yep. So, anyway, that was Longest Barrel Ride. And I wouldn't go over the falls in this one. Nope. Smells good.
It is a good stout. And now that it's like fully warm, it's very, very good. Mm-hmm. But considering the way they hype this beer and the way people hype this beer when they're trying to sell it, disappointing.
I'm going to put the cap back on it and sell it as a half a bottle.
Do samples. It's a thing now. Oh, a 1 ounce sample on eBay.
When you got here, you were laughing at me because of all my samples over there. I have like a whole airline worth of expensive bourbon over there. But I'm no bourbon expert, so I just get what he tells me to get. Which, speaking of, there was a release today.
Oh, let's not talk about it.
I couldn't even get in.
About it. I was completely shut out today. That's very rare. I didn't get a single bottle. Not a single bottle.
I didn't even get the site to load.
Allegedly.
Until it was over.
And this is at the word of some random person that works for Fine and Wine Good Spirits in their chat room department that respond to the chat help requests. But according to one of those persons, the site actually had a major meltdown today, and they actually just canceled a lot of inventory, yanked it off, which could mean that it will come back in a month or tomorrow at 4 in the morning. We have no idea. But a lot of stuff just disappeared. Like some of the lesser desirable bottles of the release literally disappeared from listings with hundreds of bottles left. The main ones, I'm sure, are probably gone. That's where I was focusing my time. And it was a catastrophe today. It was way worse than normal. And I know it's going to be the case because there are these large Facebook groups and large Reddit groups dedicated to this. And there are always people in it, newbies, that don't understand that when you start a thread in a group with 10,000 people in it, hey guys, did the release start yet or am I late? An hour before the release is going to happen? You're just screwing yourself. Completely screwing yourself. And this happened on both groups today. The big Facebook group with 15,000 people and the Reddit group with 15,000 people. Two separate people posted, did the release happen today or did I miss it? And does anyone know what's going to be released today and what time I should be on? And that just alerts everyone that has an alert set to find out when things are dropping in those groups. And everyone was ready to go. Everyone was ready to go. The second the site loaded with the new bottles, it was just gone. 404 errors, the whole site's exploding.
Yeah, all I got was 504s, and then I kept getting a new one, like something that was blocked by administrator. I was like,
a lot of people got that one. A lot of people got that one. Yep.
Yeah, that was a new error for me. Whatever.
No idea. They're running a site that's basically running technology from 20 years ago, even though that we buy more liquor than anyone else in the country in terms of buying power. We run a website. It's from like 20 years
it's
ago.
It's like a Windows 95 server.
Probably is, honestly. It probably is.
It's apps that website is just such trash. May I have the water so I can rinse? Because this next one deserves a rinse.
Let's go.
You ready for the next one?
I'm very, very ready for the next one.
I don't know what to expect with this one, so you're going to have to tell this story.
All right. So I'll tell this story. So for anyone from Pennsylvania that's joining us, and elsewhere, if you're into barrel-aged beers, you probably heard of a brewery called VooDoo Brewing Company. They're based in Meadville, Pennsylvania, up in the northwest corner of the state, but they have tap rooms in Erie, outside of Pittsburgh, State College. They used to have one in Lancaster, but COVID killed it. So the closest one to us is State College at the moment, where our Penn State is located. They do a barrel room collection. that goes back over a decade, and it's one of the best barrel room collections in the country. They don't mess with adjuncts, very, very rarely, if ever. They've been working with their barrel brokers for a very, very long time. They always get high-end barrels. And their barrel treatments are some of the best, in my opinion, out there. And they did a very old set, a boxed set, in literally a wooden box with a glass, 5 different beers, with mostly Heaven Hill barrels, up to 27 years old. They did that about a month ago, and then one that wasn't quite ready yet, they held back, and they just released it a few weeks ago, and it is the very old 18-year Sazerac rye barrel, which is one of the Buffalo Trace Antique Collection barrels that we were talking about earlier. And it rested in that Sazerac 18-year-old barrel for 30 months. So I drove...
33. It says 33.
It says 33? Mm-hmm. All right, on Facebook it says 30, so we're going to trust one of them.
Between 30 and 33.
Between 30 and 33. It doesn't say actually on the bottle. So I literally rode up there with my dad, who also won the lottery, and Jamie, and we spent the afternoon up there. It was awesome. It was on Easter Sunday. And I go after these every time I can get them. They run a lottery online. I guess I'll go Simpsons.
Do you know what, on the UnTappd description, the very first thing that's...
Oh, no, not this one. That's not the wrong. That's the wrong beer. That's why it says 33.
Oh.
This is too late to change that.
Oh, yeah, it's too late to change that.
Okay, well, the beer he's showing is wrong. That's one of the beers that was in the very old set. That is an 18-year Heaven Hill bourbon barrel that's rated a 4.43. The beer we're drinking now is the very old rye. It's called Very Old Rye on UnTappd. It's actually 4.65 on UnTappd. They held this one back, and this is currently the leading one of the set. Everyone's going nuts over this bottle right now, so I'm really hoping it lives up to the hype.
All right, Very Old Rye. Okay. Well, let me just try that again.
Just type in Very Old and then Rye.
There we go.
There it is.
I assumed from the picture that he sent me that the bottle said very rare, very old, and 18. I assumed that was the name of the beer.
I ran into the exact same problem because what a coincidence. There are 2 bottles in this set that are in 18-year bourbon barrels.
Okay.
One is just a Heaven Hill 18, great bourbon. One is a Buffalo Trace Antique Collection Sazerac 18 barrel, which is this guy.
Okay, I see that. There we go. It is 30 months.
30 months. That's what I
thought.
thought.
Sazerac, 12.5%. Currently a 4.64 on UnTappd.
Very excited. Only 124 people have had it as of right now.
Somebody wants an Easter shout out. Talking to you.
What's up, Jamie? She was along for the ride. She is currently upstairs, and she handed me this bottle about 5 minutes ago.
Oh, you said she was there?
Yeah, she was there. Yeah, I drove up with my dad and Jamie, and we spent the morning/afternoon up there. The bartender was super nice. We tried a bunch of stuff on draft. I'm continuously impressed with their basic beer that no one cares about. They had a lager that was great, a wheat that was great. Their triple IPA, I will shout this out. Their triple IPA, which had a great name, it escapes me now, was 11.4%, and it was smooth as hell. Smooth as hell. You could have easily called it a double IPA.
Whenever I hear triple anymore, I immediately go back to the best name ever for a triple, which is, we had it on the show. It was called "I Told You This Would Happen."
Yep.
I mean, you cannot beat that name for a triple, because that's what happens when you drink 3 triples. It's over. And somebody's like, "I told you this would happen." You can't drink 3 triples before noon. Like, well, I'll be fine. I just need a nap. Oh wow, we got a lot of cool people jumping on tonight.
What's going on?
The dark side. All right, I'm gonna pour. You know what I'm gonna do? Nah, I'm gonna stick with this one. I'm gonna stick with my Glencairn because I did mix it out. Here we go with the Glencairn pour of the Sazerac.
Very Old Rye.
Oh my goodness sake. Oh, all right. Let's take a close look at this guy here. Low carbonation again, very low. We'll find out when we drink it if there's any actual mouthfeel of the carbonation. The lacing, the only thing you see is just how thick it is, and as dark as my heart. So here we go.
Cheers.
Ooh, lots of barrel on that one.
Oh, you aren't kidding. Oh, that's beautiful. Lots of barrel.
Whoa.
Lots of barrel.
Whoa. This is what I expected out of the Horus.
This is beautiful.
This is almost more bourbon than stout. I'd say 50-50.
I'd say 50-50 as well. And for anyone that enjoys rye whiskey over bourbon, or versus bourbon, this has the quintessential rye whiskey spice to it.
Yeah.
Lots of oak from the barrel, but tons of rye spice.
I was saying bourbon, but I meant rye.
All right. So my descriptions are wrong here. So it's Imperial Stout aged 30 months.
Correct.
Yeah, don't worry about that. It's no big deal.
Oh no, this is my OCD. And it was 18-year what bourbon?
18-year Sazerac rye.
Oh crap, I can't spell.
Buffalo Trace Antique Collection.
It's actually spelled like Dr. Seuss would spell it.
Sazerac.
Yeah, it's like Sazerac.
AC.
No K at the end. It's a
No
C.
K. No K. And you can just abbreviate BTAC. BTAC.
Is it actually 12.8%, or is it something?
12.5.
12.5.
Wow, so much rye. So much rye. And the base stout is really great with the rye.
I love their base stout. Their base stout, very little bit of sweetness, just enough for you to appreciate. And whatever barrel they put it into, it always shines. They use the same base stout in a lot of their barrel room collection stouts, and they always just let it shine. And they do the same thing with Horus. They let them rest for a long time. Like the one from the very old set, all the very old sets, 33 months. This is 30 months. I've seen it up to 48. So they do let it rest, but it definitely gets the barrel character when they want it to.
Whoa. That last one was a totally different taste than before.
Really?
I guess it's warming up a little bit. Whoa, even more rye.
I'm going to hold it up.
Lynn made it tonight. Welcome, Lynn.
How are you?
Hey, I hope Nevada's treating you well. I think it's Nevada.
It is, and she's drinking a bit. Oh, wait, was that one, has it been in Nevada the entire time, or did that follow you here and then follow you back?
She's having a 2013 Sierra Nevada. Oh, I forgot.
Right.
Everything we talk about shows up on the screen. I always forget these things.
2013 is a long time. Where's that bottle been? Has it stayed in Nevada the entire
There's a very
time?
competent person working behind the scenes here. I always forget.
That's why he's drinking lagers.
No, he just loves lagers. Speaking of, how is that Maibach treating you? What do you think?
It is excellent.
Okay, good.
Fantastic.
Very
Fantastic.
good. Very good.
Oh, man,
You're right, as I'm warming this up in my hand.
I feel like I'm drinking rye, like straight. Mm-hmm. This is really, really nice. This is something that I would sit by a fire.
Yes.
I want this in the wintertime. I want to sit by a fire and watch it snow, a foot of snow.
There you go.
And just be warm and toasty inside and out while it's freezing outside.
Absolutely. I love the VooDoo bottles, but for the same reason as the Horus ones, it's hard to take this to a share that's got 12 people and be like, all right, we're cracking the VooDoo now. Everyone hold out your hand and get 0.76 ounces of this.
Yeah. It is. Mm-hmm. Wow, that is this is the most.
Look at the lacing on it.
I know. It's the most. This is the most barrel I've ever had in a beer ever. This is unbelievable. If you only like a light barrel, like I like barrel aged things, but I like them lighter, you would. This is like.
Probably not for you.
Wow. This is incredibly crazy.
I'm hunting a very old set right now. I lost the lottery for the full set with mostly Heaven Hill barrels and old Fitzgerald barrels, but the very old rye I hit, so I drove up for that. And luckily enough, this is currently the highest rated one of the entire 6 bottles.
Okay. This is really pretty amazing. And I would have to think it's really, really good to take my time on it like this.
Oh yeah.
You know how like when something's great, I just drink it up real fast and I always regret it. You gotta savor this. This is pretty cool. Nice. All right, well that's a winner. That's fun. What's up, Woody? Nice to see you. Thanks for stopping in.
What's going on?
This is a good time for me to mention we have all these people jumping in and saying hello. Immediately after this, maybe 5 minutes or so, just enough time for us to shut down what we have and then reopen. we are going to be putting up the first part of a super cool interview we did with 10-7.
Ooh, very exciting.
In North Wales. It was very different from a normal interview that we would do.
Okay.
First, we were there and they were completely shut down. There was no background sound. Nate from In the Mix.
You guys.
Nate from In the Mix was in heaven. There was no sound in the background. He wasn't like dealing with any music.
Was it the easiest thing you've ever done?
I never get it wasn't the easiest, but I never get a closed set.
So there was that, but then it was just the five of us at a table, and we sat and talked. And my favorite part of the whole thing, like it's always great to get the history of a brewery and talk about all that, but the brewer there, Matt Nitschke. Oh my gosh. Such a technical dude. He got super technical with us and really talked about some interesting things that I didn't know. Like really taught me a lot about the industry in general. And it was fascinating to listen to him talk. Because he got way more technical than any other brewer has ever wanted to get with us.
Really?
So it was really fun.
That sounds really fun. I'd geek out about that.
Yeah, that's what I was like, oh my gosh, I need to know more.
Tell me more. Let me get my notebook. Hold on 1 second.
It was really neat. It was fun to talk to him. And the beers, I couldn't believe how great their beers were. They were fantastic. And they said they're doing really good.
Nice.
So, look at that, man.
The lacing. Just watch
Like
it roll down the
Look
glass.
at that. There's no washing this glass out.
Yeah, there is.
You think so?
Absolutely.
I was just going to go for a new one. So, we're switching it up here. We went...
Actually, yeah. You should go to that and I'll go to this.
Yeah, that's what I was
It's a
thinking.
small bottle.
We'll go a little tropical,
This is
right?
my new water
for
glass.
For the last two?
Yeah,
More on the
exactly.
tropical side?
Exactly.
So, the next two beers that we have are kind of an offshoot of barrel aged. They're not quite the normal barrel aged like we've gone through. We had two non-adjunct barrel aged, and
No, 3.
well, we had
three.
two non-adjunct whiskey bourbon barrel aged. Then we went to a rye whiskey barrel aged, which are all kind of in the same family.
Yeah, still non-adjuncted.
Now we're jumping to some of my favorite, which is I've always really I love rum. I'll always have.
I also do.
I love it. Good rum, fantastic. Cheap rum, fantastic. give me Captain Morgan and ginger all day long.
Private
I
stock.
love
I'll take a
that
shot
stuff.
of private stock with anyone that asks me to.
Love it.
Anytime.
So, whenever I find a rum barrel aged beer, I'm always really excited.
They're a lot more rare, I feel. Everyone goes for the bourbon. Bourbon barrel aged. Bourbon barrel aged.
I love to make the best pumpkin beer that I feel I've ever brewed was a Captain Morgan private stock barrel aged pumpkin.
So when you've always wanted to?
No, I made it. It was
Where'd you get a
fantastic.
Captain
I
Morgan
didn't have a
private stock
I didn't have
barrel?
a Captain Morgan barrel. So what I did was I took a Jamaican wood cubes, like you can get them
Okay.
in the homebrew store.
Okay.
And I soaked them for a month in Captain Morgan private stock.
Nice.
So it really pulled out all that oakiness and that Captain Morgan spiciness too.
Okay.
And then I brewed my pumpkin beer as I normally do, and then I added then I aged it after it was done. I aged it on that private stock and Captain Morgan soaked
Sounds
wood.
amazing.
It's the best thing I ever made.
Marshmallow or no marshmallow?
No marshmallow. No marshmallow. No, the only adjunct was pumpkin.
Nice.
And whatever spices go with it. So, we're moving on to rum barrel aged. We didn't say what barrel aged, so we're going to rum. And this one, we have been sitting on this for probably 2 years.
You've talked to me about this at least 2 consecutive years.
Whenever we get together, we're like, oh,
We're going to get to this.
let's get this one. We're going to get this
We're
one.
going to get to this one.
And then we never get to
Pick something else instead.
And then we put it aside, and it never happens. And every time I'm like, we never made it again. So we're actually doing it tonight. It's been a long time. This is Prairie Artisan Ales, and it is called Pirate Noir, an Imperial Stout aged in Jamaican rum barrels. So it's just a straight stout in Jamaican rum barrels.
Love it. Now, is this one of their Prairie dogs, or is this one of their beers? Like
This
their
is
flesh?
not a dog.
Okay, so
It
this
says-
is one of their beers.
Yeah, I looked all over and it doesn't say it anywhere.
Okay, so it's one of their beers.
Yep.
Nice.
and I couldn't find a year again. So I'm guessing this is a 2017 because of how long we've been sitting on it. Yeah. But it could be a little bit newer. This is just
that old. The laser coat is gone.
Yeah. So for this one, we're going to use one of a really, really great brewer, one of his openers. This is Bloody Chainsaw's opener.
Shout out.
And their opener is a chainsaw. I actually talked to him this week.
Jeff, you're the man.
Yeah.
You're the man.
I have a bunch of Bloody Chainsaw. I want to do a show, but I want Jeff to be on the show.
Oh,
And
that'd be awesome.
Jeff really wants to be on the show. He's like, yes, I want to do this, but I can't right now.
Okay.
So I'm going to say early congratulations to Jeff because he's a very busy guy coming up very soon. And as soon as that's all settled a little bit, we're going to have Jeff on the show. And,
get ready.
And it's going to have to be another barrel-aged show.
Yes!
Because Jeff...
Dibs!
Jeff is moving on up. He's got some big plans. So if you're a fan of Bloody Chainsaw, now you know what's coming. So here we go. Let's open up this Prairie Artisan Ales Pirate Noir. If it says pirate, I'm all in.
Always.
I'm all in.
Always.
If you know me, I'm completely... Whatever part you don't see of me is a pirate tattoo. Everything. And I have another new idea, but we'll get to that. Let's talk about, speaking of pirate tattoos, we are both drinking out of Will Ralston glasses tonight. This is Will Ralston Sticky Fingers #1.
And this is...
my white whale of glasses.
And this is Sticky Fingers #2. Yeah. Not as prestigious, but still one of my favorite glasses that I own.
Amazing artwork. Can you imagine this? I'm gonna get it on my neck or something. I don't know. Just incredible glasses. This, yeah, Will Ralston. Definitely the man. So, oh my gosh, and it matches. Look at this in the pour cam. I'm not so good with colors, but I think that's the same color right there. Oh my gosh. Serendipity, folks. So
it's almost like we planned it, which we definitely did not. I didn't even know I was bringing this glass until I was already late.
But I have another one behind me. I know. Because I own every Will Ralston glass. So, all right, here we go. Pirate Noir. Oh, I'm going to tell you, she's coming up a little thin, but plenty carbonated. So, carbonation looks nice. Lucky it's still there after all this time. That's a good sign.
That is a very good sign, honestly.
But no lacing.
Oh, the smell.
No lace, very minimal lacing. So we'll see what happens here.
This is a very soda consistency.
This is very thin, yeah.
But that's very common with Prairie. Uh-huh. The smell, though. I feel like I just went to the beach and ordered the rum and Coke. Literally, I'm getting like straight up Jersey Shore vibes. Rum and Coke, please.
It smells kind of like raisins. Smell it again.
No, I didn't want to say that. I didn't want to say that.
It smells like raisins, Nate.
That's it, I'm out.
That is the quintessential licorice smell that we worry about in this stout.
Oh, Lynn had this in 2016.
Was it okay in 2016? We're okay.
I want more barrel.
Yeah, but we're okay.
This is good.
The beer's not effective.
It's a good beer.
We're okay.
It's a good beer, but the rum, it's there, but it is muted.
I get more flavor off of the base stout than I do the barrel.
Yeah,
literally, that's the reason we're smelling. I get more just base stout flavor than I do the barrel. And Lynn gave this a 3.5 in 2016.
Lynn's a tough critic. This is not a 3.5. Even with the wishing there was more rum barrel, I'd give this a 3.7, 3.8.
I give it 3.75.
Yeah.
I'll call it 3.75. Even though I have the supporter, I can do the 0.1s. I'll just give it an even 3.75.
Yeah, Woody, Captain, and
body and more barrel. It needs more body and more barrel.
I've been trying to cut back on my super heavy beers. So Captain and Zero Sugar Ginger has been my weekend treat, and I'm really, really enjoying it.
That sounds great.
Yeah,
that does sound great.
I am not missing drinking 12 beers on a Saturday. I'm really enjoying the Captain and Gingers.
To its credit, 12%. I wouldn't guess that tasting it. It's very, very good.
Lynn doesn't love rum. So she rated it bad because of something she doesn't like.
Can automatically put that to 4.5.
Travis, if you want to come try those bloody chainsaws, you should. We will do it. We'll do it before. We'll do a show all bloody chainsaw before we can have Jeff on. But Jeff will be zooming in because he's from Virginia.
Okay.
But we can do one before.
I have a few to bring also.
Yeah. Well, I have all the same ones you have.
That's probably true.
And then he said we would get more before he's ready to come back on again. So I think I'm sitting on 7 or 8 now. Mm-hmm. So we could do a bloody chainsaw. You're welcome to come to that, Travis. If you've never had any bloody chainsaw, it's really, he's an artist.
He really is.
Makes incredible.
He really is. He could absolutely open it up his own spot, but doing something.
I like this.
I would be mad if I ordered at a bar. I would be mad.
No,
if I went to a tap room and ordered this and got it, I would not be mad. Would not be mad. If I bought it on secondary for something stupid, I'd be like, what the fuck is going on?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've never met Jeff in person either, Travis.
He's the absolute nicest dude.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But I've never
met him
had
twice.
a chance to meet him.
I got tacos with him. Shout out, Jeff.
No way.
He showed me my new favorite taco place near Aslan.
I've been to his house, but he wasn't home. Oh, that's right. We were together.
Yeah.
We went to his house, but he wasn't home. Oh, long silence there, but this is nice. I like this one. I want to try a fresh bottle. I want to see what the difference is.
Is it a rotating? Do they do this every year?
Well, they do it every couple of years.
Okay. Yeah, I would absolutely be down to try.
That's what he did for me too, Travis. Yeah. He just sets it out and yeah.
Yep. I was lucky enough to run into him at Aslan. I was doing the Aslan Private Barrel Project, and I went down for my barrel to do the barrel tasting, and he was literally scheduled right before me to do his tasting for his private barrel.
I like that. Mm-hmm. That's very nice. Now, folks.
The show's about to take a very different turn.
Yes, it is.
Very different turn.
So this next beer came out today.
I think I'm gonna go with this glass for this beer.
That's why I got it for you. I
Absolutely bringing this glass
Special
out.
holiday glass.
Special holiday glass.
And I'll explain that glass. What that is. I got out of work today and I ran right to Imprint because they were open for the holiday today.
At 420.
Yep, they opened right away. I got there at 4:35, got in and had to get this bottle because it was perfect for the show.
Yep.
Like, we gotta get this guy.
And these bottles have been going like wildfire. Like, if you're not there right away, they sell out and everyone cries about it online.
But before we can go to that bottle, I've got to rinse. These are so different.
Oh, if you're staying with that glass, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, I'm staying. Can I have that water over there?
Absolutely.
Okay, so the glass that Mr. Lasers is about to show, or showing you right now, that was produced by a prominent glass blower.
Beautiful.
So, really great glass blower. Doesn't usually make glasses, but
Absolutely gorgeous.
for Widowmaker, he made this glass. This was their anniversary glass.
That was the thing that was throwing me. I'm like, I would never expect Widowmaker Brewing to be on a glass like this.
Yeah, so that's a glass they put out for their anniversary, and they didn't sell out in person.
Okay.
So they put them online.
Well, he made like that many of them, or they just
There weren't that many. I
Okay.
think there was only like 100 made or something.
Okay.
It was a low number.
That's a lot for him. This is definitely
Yeah.
handmade. You're not sending this to China.
No.
Nope.
And it's all fumed. It's beautiful colors.
Beautiful coloring on the bottom.
They didn't sell out, so you could get on their website and grab them on their website like the day after their anniversary. So I jumped on and grabbed one where I was like, this is too unique. It's crazy.
Absolutely.
And I love hand-blown glass. So
Sure.
that one, that glass has never actually been used before. You were going to use that for the first time. Oh, that's perfect. I mean, it's just perfectly fitting for what we're about to do here. That glass deserves to have terps in it.
Yes, it does.
So,
And this is the first Terps barrel-aged beer
take it out there.
from this brewery. You knew it was coming, folks. Imprint, in collaboration with the 22 Collective, Schmoojee rum barrel aged mango with strawberry terps.
So lots of mango, some strawberry, some terps, is my guess. Hopefully lots of rum barrel. I don't know what to think about this guy. There's so many things that could go on.
Exactly, and I think everything's gonna be very balanced out. Yeah. At this point, this is like 2 years down the road from their previous. Their very first Terps excursion, which yielded very varied results. Very varied from one beer to another. And I think it's going to be dialed in. I think I'm stoked for this beer.
This one is also a collaboration with 22 Collective.
You had the pleasure to meet today.
I did.
And I did not. I was cutting down a tree.
You should.
I should have not cut down a tree.
You should check out. You should check out 22 Collective. It is. They're unique. That's a unique.
Is that to say the least?
Yeah. Very, very interesting experience today. It was an experience like I've never had before. But I'm excited for this. I'm excited to see how 22 Collective. This guy really knows his stuff.
Yeah.
Really, really knows his stuff.
Yep.
So having his input on the terpenes that were added is probably going to make this thing over the top. It's either going to be really, really too much for me or really, really perfect. I'm not sure which way we're going to go.
Or in the middle, which I'm cool with that too.
Yeah.
Did you get the gelato terps can too?
I did not.
You did not.
I did not get that one. I'm trying to stay away from the sugary.
Me too.
Stuff. Yeah.
Me too.
So we are going to use the soon-to-be Low Expectations branded bottle opener once I remember to take it with me. And let's open this guy up. These teeth are not quite as great. Oh, actually, they're pretty good. They're cutting right through, no problem. All right, let's see what we got here. And oh, that wax is thick. Ooh, he didn't skimp on wax, did he?
Never.
All right, here we go. We're going back into Will Ross.
Pour can!
Another beautiful color combination here. I mean, these things just belong together. Let's see what we're going to get here. Now, I have not had any of these BA Schmoojees. Are they generally low carb?
Yes, they are.
Okay. Because
it's the same base and treatment as the Schmoojee, not very high in carbonation.
Oh, I see some carbs slowly coming out. It's nice and thick. I can smell this.
You can smell the terps?
From 18 inches away.
Start pouring this. Let's go.
Holy moly. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Fill up my little device here.
Oh, boy.
Oh, baby.
I'm not sure about
baby.
This one.
So you never even use this glass, but do I drink from here or from here?
No, that's sealed.
Oh, it is sealed?
No, that's totally sealed.
Oh, it is sealed. That's smart.
That's just a glass. That is just a glass.
Disappointed. I'm disappointed. All right.
Oh, I don't know about this one, folks.
You could probably drill that.
Oh, I know about this one.
I feel like I should hold my nose and go.
No, Terps always has a much bigger nose than it comes out to be.
I get the mango, I get the strawberry.
Happy holidays.
Here we go.
Happy holidays. That balance is perfect.
That's actually really good.
Perfect. I actually want more terps, but I might be in a minority.
Nope.
I need more terps.
That's right for your average person.
For your average person, okay.
That's just
for your average person, this is fantastic. Wow. So I have had the pleasure of having all four so far. I think this is my favorite barrel-aged Schmoojee. Or is this number 5? Either way, I had them all. This is probably my favorite. By a very large margin, except for strawberry. Strawberry's close. Strawberry's a close number 2. Strawberry's always my favorite adjunct Imprint puts in their Schmoojees, but this is spectacular, folks.
Erica says her desk is by a mango tree. She smells it every day when she's at work.
Then I'm jealous because this is what you smell every day. I'm in.
It's you know what? It's thrown me off. The nose, the smell is so different than the flavor.
And that's very common with terps. The smell is intoxicating, but you need more to get a flavor. I'm actually more impressed with how much rum I'm getting in this. I
love the rum.
I didn't expect this much. I think all around, rum, terps, fruit. This is a great balance.
The mango's good, but I like how everything else cuts the mango, and you're even getting strawberry in there.
On the front, you get all mango. The front is mango, and then as it coats your tongue,
that's cool.
Rum, strawberry, and the terps is already in your brain because you've been smelling it. But on flavor-wise, I think terps is honestly the lowest character in the beer. For the color, I didn't expect as much strawberry as they threw in it, and I very much appreciate it because...
I know, you nerds. I know.
And this is a technical question. I think it's the strawberry terps might be just the strain. I don't know if there's actually strawberry in this beer.
Oh no, I taste.
I do, but is there? Because look at the color. You think that's just the actual terps they're using? Strawberry terps?
Yes. Oh yeah, that's definitely, that's strawberry.
There's
terps.
no
That's
strawberry
not,
puree in this.
No, it doesn't say mango, strawberry, and terps.
Exactly.
It says mango with strawberry.
And it's
terps.
blowing me away how much strawberry flavor those terps are bringing into the beer.
So when I was there tonight, I smelled a jar of the gelato terps.
That was in the can.
But I just smelled the pure gelato terps.
Yeah.
Like in their little tiny test tube. Holy moly. It was...
I'm getting that can tomorrow. No one else showed up.
It was all fruit. Crazy, crazy fruit. Like fruit punch crazy. Tons of crazy... It was nuts. So much fruit. And then way in the background was the terps. It was there. But the gelato terps that I smelled, like the pure gelato terps, smelled fantastic. But I had already bought my beer and I had to get back here. I would have gone back in.
I'm blown away. Like this is the switch from the terps they used in their very, very OG beers like strawberry terps and mango terps and those OG crowlers to this, I appreciate it. I appreciate the switch. This is so much more refined and enjoyable. From an average perspective. If the beer that I'm referencing, the strawberry terps swirl IPA that they released years ago, was heralded as one of the worst beers they've ever done. Because of the amount of terps, it smelled like straight pine saw. But coming from someone that enjoys terps and holidays, it was actually delicious. And I hunted down almost every can until it was gone.
If I want to believe that if I was celebrating the holiday today, then I would really be enjoying that.
Agreed.
Really be.
Agreed.
My mind would be blown as I melted into.
Can we get a set in California to host the show once a week?
All expenses paid for production.
Right?
Yeah, production.
Wait, isn't Jersey recreational? Yeah. I think they just went into effect. Okay, can we get a set in Jersey? That's way cheaper, right?
Again, all expenses paid.
Yeah.
Gotta pay those tolls to get back in.
That's true. Only coming back in, not leaving.
Lynn and Travis, I'm looking at your conversation. Lynn, when I saw your post, I immediately, in the quarter second that I read it, I saw the exact same thing that Travis saw. So no need to pick on Travis because I saw the exact same thing. And then I read it again. I was like, oh, okay. I just misread a little. But yes, that would be a great name for a club.
Absolutely.
Rise.
Yep. Come get your rise.
Yo, that's right. It's not legal in Jersey until tomorrow on 4/21.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, because
tomorrow.
Right, because he wouldn't make it legal today. It's legal tomorrow.
All right. So, all future shows on 420 will now be taking place in New Jersey.
I'm sure we could find a New Jersey brewery.
Or Jim will just host us.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have to change the name of the show then to High Expectations?
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Could be a whole nother show.
It should be a whole nother show. Subsidiary of Low Expectations Incorporated.
Well, I'll license the name to you. Wow. What a fun treat. That is really...
This really is, I think, my favorite one of the set. This is amazing. Keep it up with the rum, Imprint. Like, I love this rum. We don't need bourbon and fruit. Rum with fruit is the winner.
That's it. Rum
winner.
and fruit. Yeah, absolutely. Only rum.
Or tequila. Tequila's great.
Tequila fruit?
Yeah.
Okay, tequila. Some tequila. Some fruits. Mm-hmm. I want spiced rum barrels.
Right?
I'm.
And they don't say what rum barrels they use on this.
I want like an apple Schmoojee in a spiced rum barrel. Like, come on. Man.
Oh, please. Please, don't tickle me.
Well, folks, we have hit 8:23, which is later than we wanted to be. So we really should wrap this up. But please just run to the bathroom, grab another beverage. Please come back and check out the first part of the 10-7 interview, which was a great conversation. And I knew 10-7 before, but I didn't know them. I know them much better now, and
he took a naked lap around the brewery. He really knows them now.
Yeah,
and it'll be a premiere, so the chat there'll be a chat with that video too.
Yes.
Oh, awesome! So there will be a chat in there. So we will get out, come back. 840 is 420 times 2.
Yo! We gotta hang out like another few minutes.
Whoa, my mind's blown, man.
Yes.
Well, I hope you enjoyed our little barrel-aged adventure here. And if you liked it, let us know, and maybe I'll be allowed to do more of them. Because barrel-aged is wonderful and delicious.
It really
There's so
is.
many different ways to do it.
Yep.
So I hope you had a really great time at your event tonight. And,
cheers, B.
I hope you and your son had success there. But please don't tune us out. Come back in the next few minutes. We'll put the link live for the premiere up there, and you can enjoy not hearing. I talk a little bit, but I just a little. I don't talk that much. Listen to 10-7. They're really
I'm loud.
awesome.
Yeah, I'm gone. I
fun.
promise I'm out of here now. I'm out of here.
So thank you so much for tuning in. We had what an amazing, wonderful crowd. Thank you so much. It was so cool to talk to you and have you join us while we had these great beers.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Thanks for having me.
Good night. Thank you so much. See you in 5 or 10 minutes. Or 6. Or 7.
Now.
Or 4 minutes and 20 seconds.